Welcome back to Factorio Hyperbase. Well, building the Hyperbase is the bit that we're on. If you recall, at the end of our last episode, we discovered there was an issue with solar taking up almost 5 microseconds in the update, which is no good. This is how much solar has auto built so far. Let's come up here and see if we can fix that to start the episode off. So the thing is, we're constantly generating this signal which comes over here, and so it's constantly printing out the blueprint. And I guarantee if we were to break this link, it would stop immediately. Costing so much. There you go, 0.5. That's much more reasonable. So what I'm going to do is I am going to come over to the timer. Oh, the timer's got nothing at the moment, but so this one is currently reading the timer and it's asking for a specific value. I'm going to drop this value by 10 ticks to 3589, and I'm going to introduce a new timer over here. Well, a new test on the timer actually, a decider combinator, which will also be hooked up from here. There is no T around here, otherwise no. That will output a C. I think we can safely use, say, green from there. And this one will basically be, if the timer equals 3599, so 10 ticks after the first one, then we output C1, which probably means, no, not C1, we output the construction robot. Construction robot. One. Which kind of makes that one completely meaningless at this point. Yes, it does. So we're getting T, we're getting the construction robot. We should be able to now connect these up. We should be still at almost nothing because this is doing nothing. Okay, so what the whole point of that was is this. We'll get the increment in C. That will change where we're trying to place the blueprint. We won't generate this signal that sets the blueprint down until all these calculations have taken place. I've allowed for 10 ticks. There aren't 10 in a line here. That's, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we don't need 10, but 10 will ensure that, that they're all done. Then we'll generate one quick pulse as long as we reach that point, and then the pattern will get laid. It will probably fix this error we had at the beginning where we got the extra one. That's fine, doesn't really matter one way or the other. Interestingly enough, our power is running completely off solar at this point. 3.9 thousand panels. Let me just do a quick bit of math on that. 3,900 times 0.06. 234. So we should be able to do about 234 megawatts at the moment directly from solar, which is kind of good. But anyway, that should fix that up. We can probably leave it now alone. Let's go back to the main base. So what do we need to do next in our sequence? It's really where do we want to start building the main base? Last time I started with a, well, on the gigabase with the Marathon SpaceX Extreme gigabase. I started building smelting, then into green circuits, then red and processing units, so that we could then get modules up and running. For this one, I may do things in a slightly different order, although getting modules up and running is pretty important. We can't really get very giga until modules are done. How far off is this? A long way. Okay, that's fine. What I think I'll do is, I don't mind if this factory keeps on churning over a bit of science. It should be, yeah, we've got pretty full lines right at the moment. So if we were to start building some silos, we could perhaps advance our cores a little bit, but to build silos you need to build concrete. Concrete can be built in a normal assembly machine, so that at least is good. I think I need a special machine for silos though. If you were doing silos, which are down there for some reason, oh, you need processing units as well, huh? Concrete is the hardest thing. You can be doing concrete. Oh, you need water as well. Interesting. I could even put a water pump thing over here. You need iron ore. Yes, let's do that. And there's your water. Pure cheese again. Again, I don't care. We need stone brick and we need iron ore. Stone brick is here. Do you need stone brick? No, you just need concrete. What I might also do... Where's the iron ore on the side? Fair chance we'll need it again, so let's get it up to there. I don't know if we're going to need stone again. That's not going to work. That might. That's only 4. We could do it with one of these. and we will just tap this line directly. We'll get rebalanced here, so that should be fine for our concrete needs. Oops, we need it to go that way. So we'll have to have stone brick come in from above. Now, concrete is something we will need for other products, so we'll have to do something like this. Oh, it doesn't actually reach. That does. Okay, what else do you need? You need processing units. Sticky keys. So, do I want to run processing units back up here to down here? Probably not. Do I have any of those? I do have one of those on me. What we could do is add it here. This is something of a hack, really. I don't really like, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's give this a logistic network connect enabled if processing units is less than, say, 100. For the moment it's probably fine, so we'll use these bots to bring us up some processing units. Oh, 80 concrete already. Yeah, that's going to take a while. No, you don't need 200. You can have 50, and you can have 50 of those as well. Electric engines. We might have to do the same sort of thing with electric engines. You can connect to the logistics network. There are less than, say, actually I might make it 100 just because that's only 30, but all the same. So that's how you can get electric engines as well. How many do you need? 200, alright. And what else do you need? Steel. made all of that, you can put that into a passive provider chest. And what are we going to limit this to? I think less than 9 for now. I mean, there'll probably be 1 sitting in here and 8 sitting in here, giving us 9 in total, which would suggest that we're targeting about 8,000 a minute, and that would probably be about right. It's not the record is 10,000 from what I can gather with a pure train only vanilla base. We'll go for 8,000 and see what we can do with that. It is quite a big step up from 6, especially if we want to keep our UPS at 6060. I don't just want to copy somebody else's idea with the all train network, so we're doing something different. So yes, that is, I guess, what our target for this base is, and we'll let that build out. Now the next thing, while that is happening, is probably we should see if we can get some modules built so that we can get this guy. I don't really like trying to build modules in this little starter base. It's something that the starter base kind of struggles with. Doesn't actually say what these have to be built in. I mean, I could put a little build in here, or I could put a slightly bigger build, bigger temporary build down here. Now that there's no science going on, we might have the capacity to actually do a little bit of modules. It's obviously something that we're going to need to replace with a proper module build in the very soon, the very near horizon. How are you going? 1.3. So, I mean, the numbers that you need now is all over the place. So that's 15 seconds. You need 5. No, you need 4. So you need twice, and it's twice as long. You need so you need twice as many of these as you need of these, and you basically need 5 of those for 1 of these. So we could go 5. But they happen twice as quickly, so it's really only 2.5 for 1 of these, or 5 if we have 2 of these. How many modules do we need for this armor? It's not really that many. It's 5 of each of those. I don't think these need any. I don't think that needs any. But if we're going to use the modules for anything else, we need a more reasonable build than that. Which would imply 2, 5, and 10. Can I fit all of that here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Run out. We're not going to get through all these pipes, are we? many of those? Ooh, we've got 190. Maybe we can start using those guys. Even if you build something slow, and that's slow because it's getting speed modules built by one little machine locally, they do eventually mount up when you've left them for a little while. So that's 5. Then so 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2. So that would do our speed modules at a fairly pathetic but okay rate for now. You can be those. You can be those. So we need 3 inputs. Green, red, blue. Where is blue? It's up there. It is actually on the bus and capable of coming down, so that's good. Whoops. Oh, we need it way down here. Let's just extend these. With no science happening, it's a little bit easier to... Do I have the bots in? Yes, I do. It's a little bit easier to get access to these resources. Whoops. So blue is coming to there. Is that... Yep, that's where we need that. That should connect the blue up. Red I need. Okay, red's going to be a little bit messy, because at best we could basically not do anything there that's useful. Let's get some more inserters. By inserters I mean underground belts, of course. Actually, I could do with a little bit more of that stuff as well. How goes that? 2.3. That's almost full. Okay. So red I will break off like so. And from this point we will use the implied gap to go back up to there. Green needs to come down here. like so. Where's that book? There we go. Oh yeah, we need to connect up these. And now, finally, so green will terminate at this point. Red and blue have to go on. We need these guys. That may actually... Oh, they probably don't actually need to worry about too many things. You guys can come along here. You guys can get made there, and then come along there, and these two can just carry on. So, green, well, what I really need to do is basically this. And then we can do the old double shimmy through here. Doesn't really matter where those inserters go. And then the same thing through here, but we're not going to have enough of these probably. Something like that. Actually, surprisingly, we do have enough. Oops. Oh no, that's right. That's right enough. And we can output that into a passive provider for now. Oh, some lamps wouldn't go amiss here either. So that should make us at a fairly slow rate some speed module 3s. And we want to basically copy this. Blueprint. This one can make prod modules, and we need one more. Where did that guy end up? One more for efficiency modules, which is solely for our armors. Just a very basic build. I don't really want to carry on with very basic builds though. What are we short on? We are short pretty much everything. Alright, I'm going to have to go round again. Okay, so we also needed blues. We also needed, should get a couple of hundred of that. What else was it? These things, I think. And those guys. Let's see if that works. While we're here, we may as well change all of these recipes to the next one. You can be those, and you can be those. I didn't get any undergrounds, that's what we really needed. Let's fix up the recipes here. So I kind of did it in this order so that if any of them get starved, it will be the efficiency modules. I will probably also set up some limits on the efficiency module build so that it won't keep making any of them once we have the numbers that we want. We're still out of everything, alright. Let's get a whole lot more. And maybe check on the solar train. I would like to make sure that the changes we made there work. I've basically relented in terms of building. Don't need those. I've got the 50 of those. I've relented on the building of modules in this base, basically just so that I can get myself the Power Armor Mark II. I guess that also means that we've got a chance of putting some modules into our oh, we have some of these. 5, wow. Some modules into the silos, the silo builds, so that they work efficiently. Right. I guess we could temporarily blueprint all of this stuff. And these clearly need a little bit of extra. Oh, we don't need this bit coming out here though. Clearly we do not have enough undergrounds to support all of this. Well, we missed out that little bit as well. Let's get more undergrounds. Maybe even 100. Just to make sure we have enough to finish this bit off. So I want to wrap up. There we go. Wow. Now some wire. Actually, I don't need wire. Well, I won't need wire if I put these guys into the logistic network, which could be a pain. Maybe we will just use wire. Let's make some more wire. From there, and this will be if the efficiency module 3s are less than 5. So we'll keep making those until we have 5 efficiency module 3s, and then we'll stop. We may want to limit the production of some of these other modules as well. How are they going? 10. Let me have a quick look at, well, this thing for starters, 2.3, that's kind of good. Let's have a quick look at the silos, how well they're going. I don't necessarily want all this junk anymore. We have one silo. We are loading up on concrete. That's fine. I might just up that to one of them. Make it a little bit faster. Now, the other thing I wanted to quickly check on was whether our fix to solar has done a good job. I don't think we have impacted our power, particularly 123. It's all coming off that. They're capable of 240 megawatts of solar already, so it's not like we actually need this to take off, but let's run on the solar train. I want to make sure all the bits work. Go to solar unload with what you've got. It's not quite a full load, we're only at 60% of these actual solar items. But as soon as we get enough, what was the one that we were short on? I'm not 100% sure, but I think fairly soon, that's the one. We were short on accumulators. There we go. We now have 6 A's. The timer has kicked off. It shouldn't be all that long before we get another thing coming out there. Less than a minute. We might have unloaded everything by then though. Oh good, we have drained out a whole bunch of these things. I might tell this just to wait so that I can see this thing work. Not far off. Quick sip of my drink. Let's just run along here. And any moment now it should, there you go, it has worked. F5, yes, we've got rid of using up all of that resource. Bots should be happening. Taking their time though, because it is a bit further away than it was before. I guess they're going to try and clear off this lot first, which is good. Certainly what I'd like them to do. And yeah, everything seems to be working fine, so this can go back to automatic. What's our wait? 10 seconds of inactivity. And we're off. It's actually very dark there when we're not in map mode. But I'm fairly happy that's working. It does look like we weren't able to unload all of the front solar panels, which is a slight annoyance. But never mind. Come back home and we are unloading all the junk. We need some lights here. That will do for now. Let's go back up to the solar. Yes, it's building out quite effectively. Leave it alone. Alright, guys, I might just leave the episode here unless we have our... We have 7. These aren't building anymore, so that's worked. I'm going to grab... Actually, since that's there, I'm going to grab it. It will build out a few more. That's okay. For... Oops, wrong one. 5. So we're going to be able to build our armor now, and our exoskeletons just need some electric engines. So let's run back up here. Oh, where are they? They're there. Yeah, as soon as we put that in, we're likely to lose everything unless I do it like that. Batteries. Well, these are pretty weak batteries anyway, and we are going to want the more powerful version of these guys pretty soon as well. The Mark II. Legs, I can only do 2 at the moment because we don't have enough processing units. How about I run into the network and ask for how many processing units are we missing? It's not very many. Not 100. Actually, we are going to need a lot because I need 250 for that. So let's do that. That's going to take forever. Let's give it a helping hand. One of those, and we don't need 250 anymore. We need, say, 30. Personal robo ports are the other thing that we need. You've got nowhere to go, huh? Personal robo ports, oh, we need 100 for those, alright. And 5 of the old ones, okay. What do these things need? I should probably actually set up a manufacturing line for those. Iron gear wheels, batteries, and steel plates. There's batteries. Iron gear wheels and steel plates. Two. We actually don't have enough batteries anymore. What are we missing for these? We are probably missing batteries again, is it? No, we're missing iron gear wheels. We can make 2. Oh, I need a night vision as well. Missing batteries. Missing iron gear wheels. Is that 3? So So we need 2 more. What are we missing now? Iron gear wheels again. Handful of batteries. And some iron gear wheels. And what are you missing? You're actually not missing anything, but we can't do it until we've finished building these things beforehand. And I need to upgrade those batteries to these things. There you go. What's that missing? Just normal batteries. H 5 1 2 steel plate. Not really a make everything if I have to run around doing this to get the stuff that I need, but I'll take those out. We need 3 more legs as well, which is missing processing units and electric engines. Where did we put the electric? There it is. 1, 2, 3. That means that whatever I've got left over is more than I need. Now I can build 2 of these. Excellent. 1, 2. And that will finish off, our Mark II armor, pretty much how I like it. And we can get to building some serious things next episode. So yeah, thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.